Hi, everybody. The lighting here is horrible, horrible, horrible. I'm in a hotel room in Gainesville, Florida, and I am driving back. It's about a 9 hour ride from nine and a half hour ride from Atlanta, where I was, Marietta to be specific. And so it's about a nine and a half hour ride back to Florida, to South Florida. So I decided to grab a hotel room instead of going all the way through. So I'm in Gainesville, which is a good halfway point. I'm exhausted. This is me, no makeup, no nothing, and tired from the drive. And I thought I'd get on and say hi to everybody and thank everyone for their support and their love and their warm wishes and prayers and just good vibes towards everything that's been going on with my friend John, who, as you guys know from my last vlog, my last live chat, that he was in the hospital from a motorcycle accident that was caused, he had 50 years of no accidents, 50 years of riding a motorcycle, various different kinds. And after 50 years, he had his very first accident. And the accident was caused not by any kind of careless driving from a car. And no, it wasn't because he was reckless. As a motorcyclist, he has diabetes, and I guess he didn't do a very good job of checking his blood sugar level that morning, and he became hypoglycemic, which, if anyone knows someone's diabetic, it basically puts you in a stage where you have no idea what you're doing. So he rode his bike directly into luckily it was parked at a stoplight, but directly into an 18-wheeler. Anyway, fast forward, today is the 19th. He's been in the hospital for 19 days. And today was the first day I felt like I could actually get back home to my family, to my son and everybody. And I felt like he's in good hands. He can speak for himself. He's off of life support. He's off of the respirator, everything. So he's doing very, very well. And he's going to be heading to Jacksonville very soon for rehab. And he has family there and he has friends there. And so he'll have a little more attention there. But, it's very tough. Like when you're in a hospital, especially when you're on a respirator and you just can't speak for yourself, you need someone there to advocate for you, to speak on your behalf, to kind of get you the necessary things that you think that they would ask for if they were awake. So it was my absolute pleasure to do that for him, because he would certainly do that for me. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on how he's doing, and he is doing really, really well. And I do have a GoFundMe page set up. If anyone wants to donate, you can kind of look around for that. I'm not here to kind of ask people for money, because I hate when people do that. But it's on the post. If you're interested, you can donate through the GoFundMe page, and if you're interested. And if not, that's okay too. I mean, it's I'm more impressed by the outpouring of love and well wishes more than money, and it has been awesome. I think, God, I really wish I had people's names to put to these nice comments, but someone wrote, I'm trying to think of the name. I believe it was Paul. Paul Gould said that, and he's in another country. He's not anywhere near here. I've never met him. John's never met him, but there is a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood amongst riders. And I'm not going to get his quote quite right, but it's something along the lines of, when one of us goes down, we all feel it. And it's true, because you feel like that could be me. That could have easily been me in a different scenario, a different thing. But anyone that goes down for medical reasons or carelessness or whatever, it could happen to anybody. And so you do feel a sense of, like you feel the pain when someone gets in a motorcycle accident, because you realize every time we get on our bikes, no matter how safe we think they are, being that it is 3 wheels and we feel more comfortable on those bikes, but we know at any moment it could happen to us. And his comment was something along the lines of, we're all breathing the same air, we're all got the same wind in our face when we ride. And he dedicated a ride to him and said, this wind in my face is for John. It's very sweet. People have come up with these like really sweet, clever ways of showing their love, and it has been awesome. It has been great. And I'm still getting new subscribers. I was worried because I don't know, it's been a few weeks since I posted an actual new video, a new Ryker video. And I was like, man, I'm just going to lose all my subs. That's it. They're gone, because I realized I'm only as good as my last video, to be perfectly honest. I get that. I understand how YouTube works. And if you're not putting out content, people kind of move on. So I appreciate everyone. I continue to get new subs every day. And I'm still working very hard towards 10,000 subs by September 18th. September 18th, I turned 50, and I'd like for my birthday present to myself to be to get to that 10,000 subscriber mark for me. That's kind of like my goal. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That would be a nice gift to me. But that's really it. I just want to get on and say a very quick hello and a very big thank you to everyone for their love and support. So as you can see, I'm in a hotel. I'm in a Marriott Courtyard, I believe it is, something along those lines. I don't even know. Marriott, yeah, it's a Marriott Courtyard. I don't know. I have no claims to them. So let me go through. John D, you've been awesome. I really appreciate it. There's so many subscribers of mine that have like donated and sent their well wishes, and it's been really awesome. So thank you so much, John. And John's actually, funny enough, and I've never met John and John D that's here, and he's never met John that's in the hospital. And when he goes to Jacksonville, I guess it's close to where John lives, and John's like, I'm going to go visit him in rehab. I'm going to go say hi. So it's kind of cool. I love the family that we have across states and across the country and across the world. It's made me love the motorcycle community even more, if that's possible. In my last video, I was much more emotional because I was only a few days in, and it was tough. And at one point, and to be perfectly honest, when this accident first happened, I was like, I'm never riding again. I can't do this. I can't, But when John was able to speak, when he had the respirator out and he was actually able to talk, one of the first questions I asked him was, hey, are you ever going to ride again? And in a very rough, scratchy voice, he goes, it's in my blood. It's in my blood. And he's like, of course I'm going to ride. Today he was in the hospital, and Zia, the night Ryker, who now is, he goes by a different name. I forgot. Sorry, Zia. But he goes by a different name. I should look it up so he doesn't get mad at me. But he was visiting with him today too, because he's in Atlanta, and he is the Ride About Now is his YouTube channel. So Zia was there and talked with him. And today, when he was visiting with him, the most of their chat was them searching for a new Can-Am. I think John might go to a bigger one because he's a big guy. I think he might go up to the Spider. But so he's been looking in the hospital bed, researching his next bike. So if John's able to get back on it, I'm feeling much better about the whole situation of getting back on it. But I got to tell you, my gear is going to change, and my attitude towards riding, because I'm not a lifelong rider, but you do get very complacent. You get very confident, and I'm only going around the block. Why do I need gear? Or more so in the summer, it's 110 degrees. I don't need gear. I'll throw on a helmet, and that's it. And I wear very little gloves just to protect my hands from the sun. And but you really, I have a lot of friends that ride in shorts and tank tops, and I mean, I'm just really kind of, I'd rather not ride if I'm going to be too hot for, if it's too hot for gear, I just won't ride. Versus spending a month in the hospital and then another month or two in rehab and being on a ventilator, all because, whatever. So I'm probably getting preachy and I apologize, but all gear all the time. That's my new logo. That's not my logo, my new slogan. So let me say hi to everybody that's watching. We've got John D, of course. We've got, and I apologize, I'm really bad at pronouncing people's names. Destellos, how are you? Miriam, Charlene, Shane Crooks. Hello, Beth. Hey, hello, Beth. Sorry, I've been missing in action. I hope you're doing something fun, Shane. Let's see. We have Three-Wheel Rusty. Hello, it's good to hear that John is on the road to recovery. Yeah, he's definitely doing better. I almost did a live chat from his hospital room today before I left, but I thought that would be a little cheesy, little tacky. Softball by Fat. Hello. Jesse Holmes. Thank you. Yeah, right about now is Zia's page. Thank you so much. Scott Lon, happy belated 50th birthday to you, my friends. And let's see. I jumped ahead a little bit. Let's see. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. I like that. What keeps me going, John sends me these messages through whatever, and he has all these really cool quotes that he sends me, and I really appreciate it because I like quotes. I like inspirational quotes. I like funny quotes. I like quotes. Ronnie says, stand by family through thick and thin. Much love and God bless. Absolutely. What's nice about sticking by family, and you say stand by your family thick and thin, it's also important to stand by your friends. Those are the families you choose, I like to say. The Lincoln family, hello to you. Thank you so much. Thanks for jumping on. Sam Smith, I got to meet Ryker today at Atlanta Spreader Riders meet. Oh, didn't see the pictures. So the picture from John's wreck, yeah. Yeah, Sam, it was bad. I purposely have not posted any pictures from the wreck because I don't think anyone wants to see that. No one wants to see a tore up Ryker. You want to see a nice new Ryker, pretty Ryker with all kinds of stuff on. No one wants to see a tore up Ryker. And I can't emphasize enough because originally I wasn't even going to come public with this. I mentioned this in my last live chat. I wasn't even going to come public with this because I know for me, when I read about an accident, it's kind of like, oh God, why are you posting that? And a lot of times it's from careless stuff. Someone on a 2-wheeler popping a wheelie and falling off, and they're in the hospital. But this was strictly just because of a health reason. So to me, it's when I get on now and talk about it, it's to stress like people who have health issues such as diabetes to make sure you check your blood levels before you ride. Now, John's been diabetic for many years, and he doesn't check it that often because he has it under control. And I think, I'm sure he'll be watching this later, that I think he'll agree. And he actually said he wants to do some talks about this, and he wants to spread the word out in terms of making sure that you check before you ride, before you drive, you need to check more often. Like anything else, just like riding a bike, a motorcycle, you get comfortable. You get too comfortable, you start skipping major things that you should be doing, such as checking your blood sugar, making sure that you're healthy before you ride. So it's that's what it's all about. It's just being aware of your bike, being aware of yourself, and making sure the best is on there. The best is when you're riding. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hashtag Lincoln Squad. Go check them out. They've also has a good YouTube channel as well, the Lincoln Family. VEVO. David, thank you so much for saying that you love my channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking through it with me. The good times and the bad, right? Like that's what my channel's about. Like I'm real. This has happened to me. This happened in my life. This happened to a good friend of mine. You're gonna hear about it. I don't hold things in. I'm just not capable of doing that. So, and I certainly I couldn't have been posting my normal post like, hey, check out my Ryker, because I just didn't feel it. So unless I'm into it, you're not going to see a video from me. But I'm definitely back in, and I'm definitely I am just 4 hours from home, and tomorrow's Father's Day. I'm going to go spend some time with my daddy, and I'm going to work on this week's video, and I'm very excited to kind of get some stuff going. I've got a lot of cool stuff happening that I'm excited about. Hello, Beth. I'm the only Ryker in Northwest Montana. Wow, Gary, that can't possibly be true. I guess Montana, God, it's such beautiful riding out there. You would think there'd be tons of Rykers out there. Have you gotten on Facebook, Gary, and typed in like Ryker Montana groups or something? You'd be surprised. Or even like Can-Am, get with a spider group. Frankie, hi from South Carolina, also another beautiful place. I've been to Columbia, South Carolina many, many times. Hello from Vegas. That's hot there in Vegas, I'm sure. Let's see. Patriot JJ says her husband surprised her. My husband surprised me with a Ryker rally, and I love it. But your videos have been amazing for me. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you, Patriot. I'm assuming you're female. You could be male. I apologize if I misgender spoke. Hello from Pittsburgh. Yes, but many times in Pittsburgh. Much time in Pittsburgh. Hello, John. John is not home. We are trying to get him over to a rehab. It's day 19. He's still in the hospital, but he's definitely doing better. He's been starting rehab and physical therapy and occupational therapy, and getting him up and moving, which is a very slow process. But he's fighting. He's working hard, and I'm proud of him for how hard he's doing. So John says, I turned 75 on the 1st, and I love my Ryker. That's awesome, John. John, is that your first bike you've ever had, or are you coming off of maybe perhaps two-wheelers? My guess is you've ridden before, just a guess. All right, Patriot, you are female. I don't want to offend anybody by making this something. Someone had a name on here. It was a name like Julie or something, and I said her, and she's like, why are you calling me a female? I'm a male. I'm like, I'm just going by assumption, which I guess is not a good thing to do in today's day. So I apologize if I never mean to offend anybody, and if I do, it's strictly not intentional. Yeah, first bike ever, John. That is so cool. That is so cool. 75 years old and went out and bought a Ryker. That is awesome. Well, all right, so John, I'm dying to know this. At 75, what made you decide, I've never owned a bike before in my life, I'm going to learn how to ride a motorcycle at 75 years old? That is so cool. I did it as a kind of like in my late 40s. I was thinking, I'm going to be 50 soon. I want to get on a bike. But I've always been into bikes my whole life. But I'm just curious. That is so cool. God bless you, man. And when you can get on a bike, I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I'm assuming when you're on that bike, you're 20 years old in your mind. I guarantee you, when you're on that bike and you're on the open road, the wind on you, you feel like you're 20 years old again. I mean, that's how I feel when I'm on the bike. I'm curious if you feel the same way. Hello from Atlanta. Veronica, I just left there. I wish I was there under better, happier circumstances, because I was planning on being there next weekend. I think it's next weekend in Atlanta. They're having the 3-wheel bike event. And I was planning on being up there for that. And then, riding with John and Ryker and all my other, and Zia and Brian and all my friends up there. But plans got changed a little bit. So it got, but that was my plan. So I wish I was there in just different circumstances, because I would love to have met all my Atlanta family, if you will. Bonnie says, always keeping it real with us. That's why we aren't going anywhere. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate that. So John is a Vietnam vet and hang glider. That's cool. I would love to hang glide. That's like on my bucket list. That is so cool. John, what branch of the military were you in? John, who's in the hospital, is 20 years Navy, 20 years retired Navy. So I have learned a lot about the military through him and his time in all over the world, and he's such great stories. So I just wanted to kind of get on here, like I said, and just thank everybody for all the love and supports and everything good. So a couple things coming up with the bike. Something I'm designing something for the bike. I keep saying so for the bike, I'm currently working and designing something specific for the bike that's I know you guys are going to love, and but I'm in the very big infancy stages of designing it, so I can't really talk about it just yet. But I think it'd be exciting and good. And I hope that it will be. I'm counting on it to be a good one. And what else? I have some other cool things that I'm working on with other people, and kind of looking to do some business with them and get some other cool ideas going for the bike. There's a lot of cool people out there making cool stuff for the bike, and I'm like working with them a little bit, but I'm really focused on this one idea of really doing something for myself, because a lot of stuff, like I'll put on someone's exhaust on my channel, or Baharan's links, and I'm constantly doing stuff for other people and making them tons of money. So I'm like, it's got to be something where I can create something and it's my own, and it's my own product and my own thing with a Ryker Rydes such and such. Sorry, it's like a tease, right? I can't really say more, but it'll hopefully within the next couple of months it'll be out. Unfortunately, with this has been a long delay for me, so it'll probably be after riding season for some, but it'll still be cool. So John B says, hello from Pittsburgh. Is John home yet? Oh yeah, we did all that. Sorry. I'm so tired. If you see like the bags into my eyes, I'm like so tired. Oh, Navy in the 1st Marine Division. That is very cool, John. Thank you for your service. That's like, it seems so trite to say thank you for your service, because it's like the words can't express like what you went through, and a simple thank you just does not seem, but I do appreciate it. And it's not enough people thank you for what you've done for the country. So it's very appreciated. Yeah, Veronica, next time I'm in Atlanta, that'd be great. Neil again from, oh no, not Saskatchewan. Neil, why do I have such a hard time with these Canadian places? Saskatoon, is that right? Saskatoon? Maybe? If so, that's not so bad. Hi, Neil from Saskatoon. I feel like that's not right, and you're laughing right now, but that's okay. I can't hear you laughing, so it's okay. Stephanie says, I'm so glad your friend John is making progress. I'm sure glad I found your channel. Made me feel like I could ride my own and do all my own mods and work. I've never ridden before I got my Ryker in May. That's awesome, Stephanie. That makes me so happy. You definitely can do it. Before I got my Ryker, I had never worked on a bike or a car or anything like that ever. So my thing that I typically say is, if I can do it, you can do it, because I'm not a mechanic. I don't claim to be. So if I can do it and I can show you step by step how to do it, you absolutely can do it. I promise you. So don't stress about that. Oh, it is Saskatchewan. Okay. So, uh, Neil, why can't you be from like Main Street or something like that? What's a very common Portland is a very common city name in the United States. Some like Joe Schmo kind of city. Yeah, it's a cool name, Saskatchewan. It does have a cool ring to it. Ethan, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome. Kevin Miller, hope John's feeling better and you take care of yourself also from Ohio. Yeah, I'm about to go take a nice hot shower and enjoy this bed behind me and pass out for the night. I'm so excited. I just had dinner. I'm ready to crash. I don't know about you guys, but I really, when I'm in my car, I'm like, it's hard for me to stay awake. So Ethan, everybody who's just jumping on now, John is doing much better. He is still in the hospital, day 19, but he'll be heading to rehab facility very soon in Jacksonville, Florida, because they have a great rehab facility there called, what is a rehab facility there called? It is called Brooks, Brooks. And apparently it is one of the best in the country for rehab. So I looked it up, and that's kind of where his family and friends are located. So we're trying to get him a transport there. The cost to transport somebody, like this blows my mind, to transport John from Georgia to Jacksonville, which is about a 6-hour ride. It is maybe a little less than that. It is $4,000 to transport him. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. So it is so it's over $4,000 to transport somebody 6 hours, because he has to be in a medical transport, not an ambulance, but a medical transport with a medical professional there with him, and it includes lunch. So that's exciting. The whole time I'm thinking like, okay, I've never been in a private plane, but I'm thinking a private plane would cost less to get him from one location to the next. And the nurse overheard me talking to John about it, going, let's research getting you a private jet. Let's research how much that would cost. And because he broke his ribs, he's not allowed to fly because of the pressure in the cabin. It's bad. So I'm like, I wasn't really going to do it, but I just can't believe how expensive it is. It is just crazy, 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 crazy expensive. So yes. ATGATT, all gear, all the time, everybody. Let's, hopefully something good came out of John's accident. I always like to see the good that comes out of a situation. No matter how bad it is, there's always something that you can look at and see the good in it. And two things. One is when something just happens, it really brings out the good in people, and that came through in bucket loads of well wishes and donations and whatever. And so you see that in people, which is really remarkable. And also, I'm hoping it has a lasting effect that people think about when they ride now. Because John, when he went out, he only had on a one of those little tiny helmets, so like quarter helmets, I think they're called, just those little ones that sit on top of your head, just enough so the police don't bother you. And you can say, I'm wearing a helmet. They look like a little beanie or whatever. Yes, it did protect him as opposed to not wearing anything at all. But, he did have a brain bleed. He does have a big scar on his head. And then he wasn't wearing a jacket and he wasn't wearing gloves. And he was wearing this like slip-on shoes with no socks. And the shoes came off in the accident, tore up his toes, tore up his toes. And he has all through his arm, he has horrible road rash. And his hand has road rash and his arm. And also because he wasn't wearing a jacket, I'm not sure. But he definitely broke the top part of his back, like I think it was the L2 and L3. And if he was wearing a jacket that had the spine armor in it, that wouldn't have happened. So there's a lot of like what ifs, but the bottom line is he definitely would have, been better off if he was wearing proper gear, and his feet too. So yes, all gear all the time, 100%. Hope Mike treated you good. So when you say Mike, do you mean Mike and Mary, Mike? So who's Mike? I'm trying to think of. So all right, so John, you're saying a private jet one way is $12,000 for what would be like 300 miles or something? I don't know. That seems like a lot, but maybe, I don't know. I didn't look into it. It just seemed like a ridiculous price. I could have a limo. I guess I could have had a limo take him. Probably would have cost that much. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Mike and Lauren, of course. So I'm trying to think who you are, Ethan. How do you know Mike and Lauren? Yes. Yeah, Mike and Lauren. They're Mike and Lauren that Ethan is talking about is my best friend Jessica. She's in Atlanta, and it's her parents who are my extended family, and there's no one that will treat me better than Mike and Lauren. So they're awesome. Yes. Yeah, Mike treated me great. Thank you. Thank you, Justice. I appreciate it. Laguna Beach, how you doing? For whatever it's worth, I'll keep you in my prayers. That is worth a lot. Yeah, of course it's worth a lot. Thank you. T2 and T3. Yes, it was the T2. Is that what I said? Did I say something different? I don't know. Let's see, Steve. Glad he's making progress. Glad he's making progress. What is the link for the GoFundMe page? Thanks for your efforts as well. Yes, but he has 1,000 miles. Oh, Ethan, he's your uncle. That's pretty cool. Do you live, now again, I'm getting all personal with Ethan. Do you live across the street from Mike? From Mike and Lauren? Oh, I remember. Okay, I remember he was showing me. I think he told me that you were checking out my channel. Thank you, Ethan. Yes, hi. Okay, now I get. Hey, Brian. I got the whole family on here now. Brian, that's so fun. I'm talking to Ethan on here, Brian. This is like, it's like a whole reunion going on the channel, which is great. So someone asked me to post a GoFundMe page. So I'm going to try to get the link and put it on here. I hope I feel like I might lose you guys, but hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Woo, cool. I'm back. Black Ice. Let's see. Hey, Black Ice, checking in. I'm glad to see John is making progress. Continue prayers for him. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Black Ice. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to. So only because someone asked me for the GoFundMe link. So I'm going to put it right here. Honestly, only give if you can. If you can't, there are absolutely no hard feelings. Well wishes are priceless. I'm telling you right now, good vibes, good everything. I believe is much more than money. So thank you. So let me type this in here real quick. 1CE63. Hold on one sec, everybody. 6346. All right, let me see if that's right. Let's see. I'm just verifying the address on here is right. GoFund. 1CE63. F46. Okay, I did do it wrong. Okay, 1 CE63F46. Okay, so hopefully this works. Maybe someone can check it out and let me know if this link works. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the link works. I just checked it out. So there's the link for the GoFundMe page. If you have $2 to spare, every $2, every dollar counts. It's funny because I really, when I put the GoFundMe page up, I thought if every one of my subscribers donates $1, just $1, I'll be able to reach the goal of the $4,100 to get him over to the rehab. Insurance is not covered or anything, so I figured, if everyone just donates $1, I'll make it overnight. But I think people are afraid to give $1 because, like, it sounds cheap. Like literally $1, $5, any little bit helps. You don't have to give increments of $20 or something. So. Anyway, Brian, Rebecca, Sadie, and Molly and I are all watching. Glad to see you all. Glad to see you while you're here. Hi, everybody. What's so cool? Hi, Molly. Hi, Sadie. You guys being good? Go to bed. What time is it? It's 9:13. You guys should all be asleep. So I'm in, where am I? I'm in Gainesville, halfway home. I decided to stop, get a hotel, chat with you guys, see what's going on. So that's it. I just wanted to send my love to everyone. I'm gonna hang up soon because this bed right here is calling my name desperately. I keep looking and going, man, those pillows look comfy. So hi, Hans. I don't know why I called you Hans. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, John D. Have a nightcap. I've got stuff with me. Thank you. Thank you so much, Don. I really appreciate it. So things are going good. Again, I've got some really cool videos coming up. I've got one video that I've already filmed prior to me going to Atlanta, which is switching out the fan belts on the Ryker, which was a huge project. So I've got a lot of editing to do on that to make it worthy of putting on YouTube. But that is coming out soon. What else do I have going on for the channel? I'm going to do a comparison video, hopefully soon, whenever I can get my hands on one, a comparison video between the Ryker and the Spider F3. And I also want to do, I've got some cool little other things that people have sent me to review that I want to put on my channel that I think are pretty cool stuff as well. What else is there? I don't know. I've got a lot of things going on, and I want to do a ride out, and I need to get back on the bike as soon as possible because I feel like it's been a month since I've been on my bike. So when you're off of it for a month, you're like, it's kind of like I got to dust the cobwebs off. But I really feel like I need to get back on it and just kind of gear up and get back on it and start enjoying it. But I think that initial fear that I have getting back on it is still there just because of what happened to John. And I'm afraid it's going to happen to me. And I'm afraid of, I guess my fear is that my fear isn't me getting into an accident. My fear is having my family standing over my bed, over my hospital bed, the way I stood over John's. And the thought of doing that to my family, to my parents, to my son, like I just, to my friends and family, I feel like that's kind of what's keeping me from getting back on it. But it's also, selfishly, I love when I'm on the bike. I feel like I'm really the happiest when I'm riding, and the people I've met while I'm riding, and the events I go to when I'm riding. And so I feel like that brings me so much joy that I'm going to do my part in making sure that I'm fully equipped and I'm fully dressed and protecting myself, that if anything were to happen, it would be minimal. and I'm going to try to avoid that at all costs and be much more cautious of a rider. So hopefully that came out of John's accident for more than just myself, but for everyone watching, that you now think before you get out there of, okay, I'm gonna grab that full face helmet. I'm gonna grab that actual jacket with the armor instead of a long sleeve shirt. We've all done it. So maybe this will give you a reason to stop and think. So hopefully something good came out of the accident, and we can all kind of, learn from it and move on. Because the bottom line is life is short. Anything could happen at any time, and you've got to do what makes you happy. I'm a firm believer of that. And if riding makes you happy, you should do it. Just do it safely. Seems easy enough, right? All right. So still, thank you, Craig, very much. Have a great night. Ride safe. Thank you, Patriot and Dutch. Oh, Hans. That's cool. I'm guessing you are Dutch, and that's a cool name. Have a safe trip back. Thank you so much. If a voice inside you says paint, but you're afraid, paint, and that voice will be stilled. Picasso. Let me read that again. If a voice inside you says paint, but you are afraid, paint, and that voice will be silent, will be stilled. How do you come up with this stuff, John? That's so cool. See, that's what I love about this guy. That's so cool. So let's see. I'll wave when you pass by the villages. You're in the villages, John. I've got so many questions about the villages for you. But I know the highway has a big, huge villages sign. I know it very, very well. When you go to Jacksonville, there's a good chance I might be there because I'm gonna go home for a couple weeks and then head back up to see John and see how he's doing in rehab. So that's all, guys. That's all she wrote. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for kind of just going through this saga of my life with me. And I'll see you on the road, and all gear all the time. Promise me. Thank you so much, Squashed Suspension. We've got content coming. Content will be out this week, I promise. I've got some good stuff that I'm working on. I've got a lot of videos in my mind, and a couple of them were done ahead of time. I need to do editing. So there's definitely some coming, I promise. Peace, love, happiness, and keep those good vibes coming, and spread the love. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. Okay, everybody? And I'll see you this week for a new video. Thank you again, guys, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Bye.